Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome back to Big Pat Sports Talk and New York Giants Full Access, man. This is a conversation we need to have. How long is the leash for Russell Wilson this season with the drafting of Jackson Dart? How long Brian Dable let him do his thing out there? We're gonna talk about it right after the intro. Let's get into it.
I'm in red form, in a red state, such a red case on a red song. In a shared space with my shareholders, cause we share a bond. Spiritual health care, that's real self-care, you won't care for.
I got my Mets hat on to the back. Y'all already know where we going with the stats.
Any artist that's talking garbage and try to curse us, y'all follow a wave and do whatever's current. I follow his ways, I know my turn is coming.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access.
Yo, I got my Big Pat Sports Talk hat to the front. You already know where we going with this, man. Jackson Dart, Russell Wilson. How long is the leash is going to be for Russell Wilson this 2025 NFL season with Jackson Dart waiting in the wings to be our franchise quarterback? And if you watch a couple of my videos with John Gruden's QB camp, I left kind of impressed with Jackson Dart in that particular episode. Go watch that episode on Big Pat Sports Talk. Listen, this conversation needs to be had, man. We got a coach that's on the hot seat and a coach that's never got a chance to get his quarterback until this season. There's been reports that Brian Dable loved Jackson Dart. So let's go with those reports. Brian Dable loved Jackson Dart, what he brings to the table, and he's on the hot seat to win games. So how long is the leash going to be for Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson comes in, 1-year contract, $10.5 million, coming off a season where he led Pittsburgh to the playoffs, and they were lackluster all the way down to the end of the season when they got put out by the Ravens in the playoffs. So Russell Wilson, he is not the same quarterback that he once was, no matter what people are talking about. He's not the same athletically, and his arm talent has diminished just a little bit. But his leadership is still there, and his savvy is still there, and his deep ball is certainly still there. But let's talk about a hypothetical scenario. Let's say the Giants come out the gate struggling. We're 1-3, 1-4. How long does Brian Dable wait to put Jackson Dart in the game? You see what I'm saying? Like, say we come out there and struggle with the veteran team and they have to win in order to save his job. Something has to change in order to save his job. I do believe Joe Shane's job is legit and safe, but Brian Dable is the one that's up in limbo. If I'm a head coach whose job is on the line, and the only thing that could really save me is if I could show progress with the quarterback that I chose after dealing with Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, Tyrod Taylor, Tommy DeVito, and a bevy of other quarterbacks, why wouldn't I put Jackson Dart into the game to show the owner that, hey, look, I can work with this quarterback and I can make him into the New York Giants franchise quarterback? It only makes sense. I'm not going to go down with a veteran quarterback that I brought over here to win games and he's not winning games. So that's going through my mind of how long do they wait to put Jackson Dart into the game? So you're going to have a scenario where Giants fans are going to be mad we're losing games. Maybe the defense is balling out, but Russell Wilson's play out there, they're not putting up points, and we're losing games. I'm going to put my franchise quarterback, the guy that I just drafted in the first round at 25, I'm going to put him in the game to show what he can do and show his stuff, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to keep my job. Now, Russell Wilson, on the other hand, he's only here for 1 year. He's a 1-year rental. He's a bridge quarterback. And if he comes out the gate and we're not winning games, his bridge is going to burn immediately, in my mind, because I have to save my job, you know? And the only thing that I had going for myself is I never got my quarterback. So why would I continue to keep my quarterback that I drafted this year on the bench when my bridge quarterback is not getting the job done out there. So that's why I think Russell Wilson's leash is very short. Now, whether that's fair or not, that's up for the fans to decide. But guess what? Those fans in the stadium, those fans on Twitter, those fans that are watching this show right here, New York Giants Full Access, thank you guys, by the way, they're going to want to see their young hotshot quarterback very, very soon if the offense is not doing what they're supposed to do as far as winning games and putting up points. Let's keep it a buck. He's probably going to bench Russell Wilson and put in Jaxson Dart and let him learn on the fly, put him in the fire. Because really, you ain't got nothing to lose. If I'm Brian Daboll, you ain't got nothing to lose. So why would I continue to keep putting Russell Wilson out there when the only way I can save my job is to put my hotshot quarterback in the game? Let's see what that young guy can come in there and do with that young infused talent, with Malik Neighbors, with Cam Scatbo, with Tyrone Tracy, Theo Johnson, Thomas Fadone, Slayton, still young. Wan'Dale Robinson, still young. Theo Johnson, super young. Offensive line young besides Illuminor and John Runyon. Everybody else is under 30. You're going to have to see what you got in your quarterback very, very soon if we start out the gate 1-4, 2-5. I say this. If we're not 500 by mid-season, Jaxson Dart will be in the game. And if we start off 1-3, 1-4, Jaxson Dart will be in the game even sooner. See, we're going to have to be at least 500, and the offense is showing progress in order for Russell Wilson to stay on the field. And maybe that's what took so long for Russell Wilson to sign with us. Because there was reports that we were never in on Aaron Rodgers. It was Russell Wilson the whole time, but it took 10 days to get that contract done because maybe that's what was being said to him. We're going to draft a quarterback in the first round. We're going to get our future quarterback, and you're going to be our bridge. Now, how long of a bridge that is, who knows? Because I'm going to keep it real. If Russell Wilson's not out there throwing touchdowns and we're not out there putting up at least 23 to 24 points a game and we're losing, I think his leash is going to be extremely short, and you have to put in Jaxson Dart because that's the only thing that's going to save Brian Daboll's job. And it makes sense. Is it fair? I don't know. I don't know if that's fair. I don't know if bringing a quarterback over here, a veteran, you're going to go into training camp this year and people are going to want to see Jaxson Dart over Russell Wilson. You're going to go into preseason and Jaxson Dart is going to make a couple of throws and they're going to say, put in Jaxson Dart, put in our future franchise quarterback. Russell Wilson, you're not going to have the fan base behind you. Let's keep it a buck. You're not going to have people like Eli Manning behind you because he's going to be behind Jaxson Dart. And every little mistake that Russell Wilson does is going to be magnified. Every incomplete pass, Jaxson Dart. Every interception, Jaxson Dart. Every sack, Jaxson Dart. Every third down conversion that's not converted, Jaxson Dart. Every red zone opportunity that's not converted to a touchdown, Jaxson Dart, Jaxson Dart, Jaxson. That's all he's going to hear. So Russell Wilson is going to be under some serious pressure this year in order to produce on his team because there's a young hotshot guy right behind him. And maybe that's why he decided not to sign for us for 10 days, and he finally did it because I think CeCe Sierra wants to be in New York, and he finally gave her wish. She's been wanting to be in New York for the past 5 years. So we're going to see, man. We're going to see how long of a leash Russell Wilson has this season. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say half the season if we win a couple of games in the beginning of the season. But if we start off 1-3, 1-4, 2-5, he's going to get yanked, man. And it's because the fan base is going to want it. The ownership is going to want it. Eli is going to want it. And Brian Daboll is going to have no choice but to do it because he has to show something to John Mara in order to save his job. Joe Shane got you the groceries. Now it's time for Brian Dable to go out there and cook. Just keeping it real with you. And if Russ ain't out there cooking, and if he's saying let's ride and the kitchen is burning behind him, because we're 1-4, 1-5, and we're not showing progress, because this Giants team is a team that's supposed to be showing progress after the draft we just had and the draft we had last year. Russell Wilson is cooked, man, and they're gonna yank him. So yeah, it's gonna be really dangerous out there for Russell Wilson this season for the New York Giants. And I'm just gonna report the real, whether it's fair or whether unfair, however it is, man. It's just the way it is. Russell Wilson is gonna have to go out there and show that he's the quarterback of this team, and he's gonna have to win, and he's gonna have to produce on top of winning. We can't be going out there winning 13-10 and expect Russell Wilson to still be out there on the field long term. Because if my offense is that bad and my defense is winning games for me, why do I have you in there? Let me put in my rookie and let's see what he got. And I think that's the way it's going to go, man. But we'll see. Hey, Giants rookie mini camp is coming up. Giants training camp is coming up. Come right here to New York Giants Full Access exclusively here on Big Pat Sports Talk for your New York Giants news. And also go to the Aboriginal Sports Network where you can check out me, NYG, Man Cave, everybody in the Aboriginal crew, man, on the Aboriginal Sports Network, giving you your sports updates on all sports, NFL, NBA, MLB, hockey, NASCAR, wrestling, anything that you can think of sports is right there on the Aboriginal Sports Network, man. I appreciate you guys for watching. And until the next episode, right here on Big Pat Sports Talk, New York Giants Full Access. You know what it is, man. Peace.
I'm in red form, in a red state, such a red case on a red song. In a shared space with my shareholders, cause we share a bond. Spiritual healthcare, that's real self-care, you won't care for.
I got my Mets hat on to the back. Y'all already know where we going with the stats.
Any artist that's talking garbage and try to curse us, y'all follow a wave and do whatever's current. I follow his ways. I know my turn is coming.
Welcome to New York Giants Full Access.